The Strait of Gibraltar, known by Ansus and the Romans as the Pillars of Hercules, is a narrow channel that connects the Atlantic Ocean with the Mediterranean Sea. This small sea channel passes between two important continents of the world, whose minimum distance is only at this point of 13 kilometers. Africa and Europe become so close that if you stand on one side and look, the other continent can be easily seen, but till now no bridge has been built to connect them. Both the continents are connected by land. Countless proposals have been made in the last few decades to connect this road. This road is very important because it can be used to connect the population of 45 crores of European Union and 150 crores of Africa. It will have a huge impact on the economy of both the continents. Transportation will be better and tourism will also increase to a great extent. But the question is that when there are so many benefits, then why has no bridge been built on the Strait of Gibraltar? Once again in the videos of zemtv, the happy Nazarene state. The Strait of Gibraltar connects two important water bodies, the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. This state is about 57 kilometers long, whereas from Spain's Tafa and Morocco's Seri Point, its width is only 8 miles or 13 kilometers, and if we talk about depth, it is the average depth of the strait is about 1,200 feet or 365 meters. As small as this strait looks, its importance is very high because it is a natural path between the Mediterranean and the Atlantic Ocean. Opposite to this is the Suez Canal. If we look at this man-made canal, Red Sea and one for ships in the Mediterranean. The width of the Suez Canal is very low and there is always a risk of getting stuck for full-sized ships. The Strait of Gibraltar provides an open passage for large cargo ships, due to which the ships passing through it, the number of ships is also very high. Every year 20,000 ships pass through the Suez Canal, 14,000 through the Panama Canal, and surprisingly more than 1 lakh ships pass through the Strait of Gibraltar every year. Many cargo vessels carry valuable goods from the Western Hemisphere, Middle East, Africa and Europe, while some cross the Suez Canal and go to Asia and China. Similarly, to go from the Middle East to Western Europe or America, ships have to use the Strait of Gibraltar, and because the Strait of Gibraltar is fossil fuel rich. This is why the countries are close to each other. The passage of oil vessels through here is also a daily routine. According to a report, about 300 oil vessels pass through the strait daily, whose value is billions of dollars. The Strait of Gibraltar is an important trading route for the global markets, and due to this, nearby country Spain's Algeciras port, which is the largest shipping port in Europe, and Tangier port in Morocco are also growing rapidly. Looking at the financial benefits of trade and tourism, many people are surprised that the world's largest shipping port. Why has not a single bridge been built yet to connect these two parts? It is not that this has not been thought about. Since 1979, many feasibility studies and proposals have been given, but there are some issues due to which building a bridge here is so difficult. It will not be easy. Gibraltar can go up to $5 billion to $20 billion because this bridge will be very difficult in comparison to other big bridges in the world. Firstly, whatever bridge has to be built here, it should be designed in such a way that even the world's largest ships can pass through below easily, which is easy to say but probably very difficult to do. Why is this difficult? Let's talk about it later, but who will bear the cost of $5 to $20 billion? Obviously, this cost will have to be borne by the countries which are benefiting from the Strait of Gibraltar. That is, till date the political leadership of these two countries has never been able to make any agreement on Spain and Morocco. Spain says that Morocco will benefit more from the bridge. They should bear the higher costs, whereas Morocco's leadership wants it to. The cost should be divided by 50-50. The second issue is the feasibility of the bridge, that is, how beneficial it will be after its construction. For example, if we talk about the Channel Tunnel being built between UK and France, then it cost $145 billion US. But every year more than 2 crore passengers use this tunnel. A passenger can reach France from UK for £121 or $150 US, which means every year this tunnel earns about $30 billion, double its construction cost. Similarly, even if a bridge is built on the Strait of Gibraltar, will it earn so much that the cost of the bridge can be easily recovered? This thing is viewed with great suspicion because Morocco is a country whose GDP is only $130 billion. i.e. half of that of Pakistan. If a bridge of $5 billion US is built here and the fees are at least, even if $20 is kept, then while the Channel Tunnel from UK to France is being used by 2 crore passengers annually, the cost of the bridge can be calculated by assuming that the Strait of Gibraltar Bridge is being used by 25 crore passengers annually, which is quite a tick number. Next, the issue is about the construction of the bridge, as you know that the Strait of Gibraltar is a very busy route for ships. Keeping this in mind, a bridge will have to be built to disturb the traffic. For this, the height of the bridge will have to be kept very high, which will be a big challenge for the engineers. The average depth of the Strait of Gibraltar is 1,200 feet, but at some places it is more than 3,000 feet deep, that is, more than the world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa. Largest bridge pillars Mil Alvea and their height is only 1,104 feet, then erecting pillars bigger than 3,000 feet in the Strait of Gibraltar, that too underwater, would be a task that makes engineers very nervous, and the strong currents of water involved here are also the same. No, at the bottom of the ocean the water flows from east to west and on the surface from west to east, that is, if such high pillars are erected here, then they will have to bear the pressure of water from both the sides, but this bridge is in biggest danger. The world's largest pillar standing in water will not be from the tectonic plates of the Earth. Yes, the crust of our Earth is made up of different sections which are called tectonic plates, and they are moving all the time and where these plates are connected to each other. Earthquakes are very common there.